Ash.
I'm Hannah, and this is Between the Covers.
Spackles.
Yes. Spoiler warning, what I mean is we have to discuss everything in these books and we don't leave anything to chance. So if you haven't read the book and you don't like spoilers, watch us next week when you're finished.
So we're talking about the off-campus books today by Elle Kennedy. We've only read the first three, right? And we're putting the work to read the first three. So we're only talking about them today. I'm going to give you a quick rundown about all of them. It is a interconnected, standalone ice hockey romance series.
Based in Briar University.
Yeah. It is a 5-book series. So we've read
The Deal,
The Mistake,
and The Score.
There's still The Goal and The Legacy left to read. And then I believe Elle Kennedy has like a load of spin-off series that come back to the characters in these books, but this is where we're at right now.
Yeah.
So, what did you rate The Deal, first book?
The first book in the series, I rated it. Actually, do you know what? I rated it a 3.
Okay. I rated it a 3.5.
I do have 3.5 here, but when I'm really deep in it, I'm going to rate it a 3. And that's not to say it was a bad book.
Yeah. I could agree with you. Like, it could so easily be a 3. But I also feel like for what it is, I enjoyed it. The Mistake, I've gone 4.
I've put 4 as well.
I just feel like, again, if I'm thinking about style of book, genre in general, she's not quite a 5.
No, she's not mind-blowing, but you best believe
I enjoyed it.
we were like this.
Yeah, giggling and kicking my feet the whole time.
Yeah.
Like, she gets a 4. She's a solid 4.
She's a 4. The Score, which we will say our favourite of the 3.
We are Dean girls.
Through and through.
We were down bad this entire book.
Real bad.
So, this is why I'm scared for my rating. I've gone 4.75.
Wow.
Because I absolutely loved the book. I loved the characters.
Yeah.
But when I look at other sports romance that I've read and given a 5-star,
Yeah.
it's not quite there.
That's fair. And I agree in the sense of I will go 4.5. But the first book, obviously we're going to discuss, is The Deal. The first one we read. Again, we've rated it, we loved it.
A lot of good plots and themes in it.
Yeah.
Maybe that's why I thought it was going to give me a bit more. So we've got a tutor.
Love a tutor.
Tutor role. Hannah tutors Garrett in the book. Big fan of it. Sort of fake dating.
Yeah, they go, you know, she's interested in someone else and he says sort of, if you come with me, the other guy will be interested. And I feel like that was like a almost fake dating. They weren't confirming that they was like boyfriend and girlfriend, but they arrived together like as a date almost.
I've seen better fake dating tropes.
It was just a sprinkle.
But it was in there. Yeah. They were polar opposites. Like, these characters are not similar at all.
Yeah.
I like that. I think that can work really well. It did in this book. But
yeah, agreed.
I feel like it was quickly overlooked.
Yeah, I feel like they started off very opposite. And obviously, you know yourself, when you get to know someone, you kind of do morph into each other.
Yeah, but it was quick.
But considering, you know, he is ice hockey player,
Mr. Captain, Mr. Popular, and she doesn't want anything to do with that, which, again, I loved the sound of that. I was like, oh, she wants nothing to do with him.
Yeah.
Oh, he wants her to tutor her, this is like so fun and silly. And then it was just like, that got dropped real quickly.
Yeah. I think there was like one page where she was like, oh god, everyone's looking at me. And like, that was it.
And then it was done.
But it was in there.
But I think something that was handled really well in the book. So the main female character, Hannah, struggled with sexual assault before going to college. So the book sort of touches on like navigating life after that.
Definitely, and they did do it well.
Did it very well, I think.
Okay, my first impression of Garrett was that he's cheeky low-key annoying, like let it drop.
Yeah.
Like let it go.
Yeah.
She's not interested. But again, makes for a great storyline.
Yeah. I got very like, obviously cheeky and fun, not worried about much.
No.
And then maybe with Hannah I got like worried a bit too much.
Oh, been there.
I like the first page was like being in her head over fucking Justin.
Yeah.
And I was like, I know I think a lot, but like I'm first page and you're stressing me out.
It was giving High School Musical to me. You know, like, oh my god, I'm gonna be kicked off the team. Like, I've got to do better.
If you have seen it, they were very much giving Hayley and Nathan from One Tree Hill, and their tutor, like basketball captain.
Mostly.
But I feel like then I was like comparing these two to them, and they didn't
Right.
quite reach that. But I got those vibes, and I was like,
Okay, I'm
I'm
into
into it. He was very, I'm the captain, and that's all that matters, and I can't have a girlfriend. And I was like, bro, give it a rest.
Yeah,
Please
chill out.
give it a rest.
Chill out.
For 5 minutes, just give it a rest.
Yeah.
But obviously, when we find out about everything that happened with his dad and the way he grew up, and then you see that he's actually just a very protective person over the people that he loves.
Yeah. Also,
Loved that.
so American. Like, what do you mean your dad was like a famous sports star and you've got to be in his spotlight and like he's pushing you so hard, like,
Yes, so
and the
American.
stresses behind it, like, could never relate ever.
No.
And I don't know anyone who could.
And I'm so glad it wasn't a big like struggle of like, oh god, I can't have a girlfriend, I can't do this, it's just ice hockey. It was just easy. It was just like, okay, well, I want her to be my girlfriend, so she's going to be my girlfriend.
Yeah, agreed.
But I liked seeing who he actually was, because in the start of the book, I feel like to how you actually realise he is.
Yeah.
Big difference.
Big difference.
Big difference.
Yeah. The same with Hannah. I feel like Hannah started off very, like, you're in her head and she's like, oh, but this, oh, but that, like,
Yeah.
you know, very...
It was very easy for her with Garrett.
She calmed down a lot.
She calmed down a lot.
She was a bit more carefree in the
Yeah.
end. Obviously, you have to bear in mind, she is navigating all of these things, so when she does start to deep things and things go wrong and she's kind of like having big reactions, she's been through something serious,
100%.
so like they're very valid, but also he's very good at like being like, hey, like you did go through something,
but that's okay.
that's alright, let's just live life, like it's gonna be alright. So yeah, that was nice.
Yeah, I think they're one of like, and I'm not saying I necessarily love this, I don't mind it in a book, maybe in real life I'd be like, oh, but they're like one of those couples that needed to be together to grow.
As people
like they
individually.
needed to grow together rather than growing on their own. Like it wasn't, I don't think, going to happen properly without the other person.
I agree, which means...
Again, yeah, but if that was going on in real life, I'd be like,
put yourself together.
Yeah, maybe
you don't need a man.
Maybe we should step back from this situation, but for them it worked.
Yeah.
I don't know what is wrong with me, but the second that Dean got described in Garrett's book, I was like, sold.
The GQ model.
I want that one. Like,
love that guy.
And I carried that through until his book. I was like, him. Yeah, I love that one.
They needed the romanticness more than anything else to break her walls down, and also 100%. For him to learn that actually romance is fun. And fresh.
And not like a challenge.
And not like, ugh.
Yeah, not a problem.
Yeah.
And he passes the exam that she'd helped him like study for. That's when I clocked in the book they're sort of realising what's going on with each other.
She's like, oh, like, are we done now, sort of thing, and he's like, I want you there, I want you there.
I want you to come, I want you to be there.
Yeah. And
then obviously like they're picking her up and swinging her about, and then she says like, oh, it looked like he was going to lean in to kiss me.
Yes.
And I was like, you can't do this.
Do it.
That's what I mean, like the romance in this is so good.
Yeah.
Like, I was still like, even if they weren't like getting freaky, do you know what I mean?
I agree.
The best like romantic thing between them two was the way she always just viewed him as Garrett.
Hey, I'm back. The camera died, obviously. First one, we're doing great.
I'll tell you what, you're back in time for summer.
What? It's time
to tuck in and turn on.
So, Tucking and Turn On is the part of the podcast where we're going to talk about the spice. If you are a small girly or boy and you don't want to hear it, just give us 3 to 5 minutes.
Yeah, maybe just skip ahead.
Yeah, or go and make a snack,
make a brew,
do whatever you want.
Just don't watch this.
And we have to remember, you know, she's been through something a little traumatic, or a lot traumatic.
A lot traumatic, yeah.
And so you do have to approach the subject with caution.
Well, I gave this a chili rating of 1.
We did give the one
chili rating.
Chili spice.
Handled very, very well for the character.
Mm-hmm.
Like you just said, she's been through something, and this book did a very, very good job of handling that afterwards.
Yeah.
Will I say from then on, did I maybe want a bit more? Maybe. Well, I'll say it.
You say it.
She's right. Because of what's happened to her, poor Hannah struggles to come. Not this Hannah. So Garrett's like, I'm gonna take a step back.
He takes a step back and he tells her, sort herself out, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But not in that way. He's like, I'm gonna watch.
Mm-hmm.
And I will say I really enjoyed that, because I just think you would assume that, you know, I know it's a bad assumption sometimes, but captain of the hockey team, so popular, can get who he wants, doesn't give a fuck about a girlfriend. Actually, in his mind, he's like, no, I want her to feel comfortable, and I want to get to the bottom of this. So actually, I'm going to take a step back and I'm going to enjoy the view.
It wasn't about like him enjoying it. It was about her enjoyment. The way that would then make him feel, and how that would then make her more comfortable.
Yeah.
And I think that was done really well. Like covering her problems while also like making it a very intense moment between each other.
It was good.
Yeah. It was just like cutesy.
It was like, you know, you've made your pasta dish and you think, I'll add a few chili flakes on the top.
Yeah.
So what we're going to do at the end of every book discussion is we're going to do a quick fire dislike, because we don't want to, you know, hammer down on these lovely authors who are helping us get through life, essentially.
We're enjoying it.
Yeah.
But not like, come on.
There's always something.
Yeah.
You know, we are British after all, and all we want to do is complain.
Third act breakup.
Hate that. Why on earth are you listening to someone else? But this is quickfire, so let's move on.
Third act breakup.
My first one was, and it's no secret, actually, wait, the use of helluva. 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 That's all I've got to say.
Garrett's dad.
Hate that guy.
Hate.
Her wardrobe.
This feels mean, but just maybe too cutesy for me. I'm going to do some favourite quotes from the book.
I'm totally and unequivocally... No. My favourite quote is, I'm totally and unequivocally in love with his best friend. Just reminds me of Twilight, and I'm just obsessed with love. I am, so I'm going to go with that as my choice.
This will actually be a zero surprise to you. I'll be your bodyguard and your bartender, and most importantly, your friend. I promise to look out for you tonight, Wellesley.
Perfect.
That was the best moment of that book for me.
Yeah, no notes.
No notes.
The Mistake. John Logan.
John Logan. Johnny.
Johnny.
It's not John, please.
Never John. It's Logan.
Logan. Or Johnny. I didn't mind Johnny.
I'm not into Johnny.
I
know.
Dare I say, it's fine because the boys are Tom, so I didn't mind. We had second chance romance.
We did.
In a small way.
Yeah.
Because it's not like they were together and then they broke up. It was like they were
getting to know each other.
Some
people made mistakes.
And then they got a second chance at it.
Yeah.
That, I'd say, is the main plot. He is obsessed with her.
He is obsessed with her.
Clawing up the walls for that woman.
Grr.
There's also a lot of personal growth.
Agreed.
from both of the main characters.
Yeah, definitely in this book more than the first book. There was more family life.
Yeah.
More backstory issues. And I loved it.
Yeah. You saw, like, both of the main characters come into their own, figure out who they are and why that works together.
Yeah, definitely.
But it wasn't about the other person, it was about figuring their own shit out, which I liked. The family loyalty versus personal ambition.
I feel like a lot of people are in the situation where, you know, you're young, you're growing into yourself and you want to become this big thing, but something
that's holding you back.
Your family or personal life is more important in that sense.
That I will say is not necessarily for both the characters.
No.
That is very much Logan's problem throughout the whole book.
Yeah.
But I think it was a very important one.
Made him more than just a hockey player at college. He had shit going on.
Yeah. He had this whole life that plot, I guess, that isn't I play hockey.
Yeah.
Yeah. Which was a nice,
fun and fresh.
Nice change.
Yeah.
But then again, Logan's first impression is kind of ruined for me because literally the first line in the first chapter is about being in love with his best friend's girlfriend.
Reading that, I was like, come on. I just read a whole love story on these guys. Like, what's wrong with you? For Grace, the female main character, not being someone we've met before.
Yeah.
Like, she's so random. She just was there.
She was random. She spawned in. Like, you just sort of learn about her and her life. You have, like, the really fucking weird meet cute of Logan walking out of the toilet after sleeping with another girl at a frat party. Yeah. And that's how they met. And he didn't even know they met.
No.
And then he just rocks up at her door accidentally. And that's how that happens.
It's fate.
Fate, yeah.
Meant
100%.
To be.
I loved my first impression of Grace. Like, she was just like this blabbermouth that just said all this stuff.
And you know what I'd like to say on behalf of two blabbermouths?
Yeah.
I don't know if I'm not self-aware. Or if, like, they were a little harsh to her in this book. I feel like someone who's a blabbermouth, like, I've never really had anyone be like, okay, we get it, you're talking a lot. Do you know what I mean? Like,
yeah, I don't know if it was because she was like, oh, sorry, I talk a lot, and then he was like, yeah, you do, but it's fine.
But then, like, in certain scenarios, and she's like, ah, and they're like, okay. Imagine if someone did that to me, I'd be like,
if
I'm done for the day.
You were, like, yapping away, and then someone was like, yeah, I'd be like, shut up.
We'd be like, yeah, I was like, and then get back into it, because we're unaware, clearly.
Like, she's relatable.
She is.
Like, she's a virgin, but she's not like a virgin that's like...
Sorry, I'm dead at you going, she's so relatable, she's a virgin. Is the virgin in the room with us? Once the mistake is made, and she pops off to Paris for the summer to, like, stay with her mum.
Summer.
That's her. Like, she comes back, she's a totally different person, she's a baddie, she knows what she wants.
She just knows her worth.
Yes, definitely. And it's not even like we were told anything in Paris happened in particular to make that happen. We were just told that she was getting her hair done because she was going through like a bit of a breakup that wasn't a breakup. But she just came back on smoke. Yeah. And she 100%. Was like, I'm hot, you're not, fuck off.
I think the fact that, like, she'd had this friendship breakup, she'd, like, sacked the situation off with Logan, just enjoyed herself and then came back and was like, actually, you're not just crawling back to me, like, after what you said and done.
Yeah.
I just love that. She knew her worth, she knew what she wanted, and she made sure she got that. He realised his mistake, and he spent the whole book growing into the person that should be worthy of a person like that.
Yeah,
and I think that was really well done.
You could tell he was reserved about it at first, which, can I just say, does annoy me sometimes, because I know it's essential for character growth, but I'm such an open book that I'm like, oh my god, just tell someone what's wrong with your family, like, it's not hard, but whatever. It was nice to have the juxtaposition, as in his was like fucking a shit show all over the place.
And she just had like the dream.
Hers was the most amicable, not together but together, like, relationship, which in the end was perfect when they had to come together when something really bad happens with Logan's family. He goes to Gracie's family and thinks she's there. She's not. Her dad
is just there for him.
Comforts him in a way that a dad should, and I think like that interlocking the families in that way was like so
really,
perfect.
Really well done, and I think it was good that there was that balance for both of them. To like see you've got it really good
and you've got it really bad,
and like it can still work out.
Yeah.
But I will say, yeah, he took some time to open up, but also he opened up to her so easily in comparison to maybe his friends.
Yeah, definitely.
And I really liked that. That was... I just love that man. Like, the more tragic his backstory got, the more I was like, I love him. I just love him. The romance was impeccable.
It was
in
like,
this book, in my opinion.
It reminded me of almost a bit 10 Things I Hate About You.
Yes. Yeah.
Grand gestures.
The grand gestures in this book were done to perfection.
They were.
And it was all him for her sake.
Which is great. Like, bring back your only men.
This is what I mean. Obsessed with her. Like, it's so good.
And do you know what's funny is the grand gestures were actually like very random, and that's what helped it not be as cringe.
Yeah.
For her to be like, take a picture on a chaise longue or whatever, like on a red sofa with your boxers on or something. Yeah. It's so like stupid that it's not cringe. Yeah. Because it's like you can imagine him being like, oh fuck, I've just got to do it.
What was it like? Get me blue roses or something like that.
Yeah. If she'd been like, oh, give me 1,000 red roses and whatever, we'd have been like, come on.
But it was just for him to sort of prove that he really did want that second chance, and she just sort of had him running around to do random shit, but he was so happy to do it that I was like, 100%.
Loved it.
And even like before the mistake even happens and shit goes badly at the start of the book, she's like being accused of like nothing's actually going on with them, and this man walks into a dining hall full of people from the university.
They're not together.
They're not even seeing each other. And kisses her in front of everybody, just for the sake of being like, don't fucking talk about her like that online. Are you kidding?
Oh, it was good. Oh, it was so good.
And then obviously the big one at the end,
the radio station.
She works at a radio station, and he confesses his love for her over the radio, and like she turns around and he's there.
So good.
This man is like the king of romantic gestures, and I ate it up.
And he's not afraid. Like, he's getting his friends involved in these. Like, everybody knows he has to do this, and he has no shame. He's like, guys, I need this baddie in my life.
Like, guys, I'm gonna take my kit off and get on this red couch, and I need you to take a picture of me doing it. And they were like, yeah, sure enough.
Yeah.
Incredible. Oh, and you know what we also love that this man does?
What?
Groveling.
He does grovel. Love that.
In like more ways than one.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. But he, again, just a man that yearns, a man that grovels, a man that is obsessed with his woman.
Yeah.
Will love it.
Nothing wrong with that.
His ability to finally open up to her, and then she can accept like the things that he says and understand him. Like, no, I love you, you stupid jackass. Your family's not going to scare me off.
Yeah. She was like, pull yourself together. We're literally in love. What the F is your problem? Not to generalise men, but sometimes they don't realise that us as women, we deal with problem upon problem upon problem and still manage to fall in love and deal with everything else. They're very like a one-trick pony, I think, where they're like, oh, I can be in love or have a bad family. And she's just like, shuts that down.
I can deal with your bad family. It doesn't mean that you're a bad person. I don't want you. Yeah. Hang on.
Sorry.
Is it that time already?
What time is it?
It's time to tuck in and turn on.
Chili rating was
a 2.
2. Because a lot more than the first, I'd say.
But it's still calm. It's... Don't get me wrong. I loved it. I enjoyed it. But it gets better. So she says, what's the matter, Johnny's scared?
Johnny, please, carry on.
And he says, mocking a guy isn't going to get you laid. And she says, come on, baby, deflower me. Like, she's not bothered.
No.
She's like, just do it.
Yeah, she's like, get out of the fucking way.
This man has a need to please her.
I'll say.
So, very early on in the book, and I'm talking first time they properly meet, they get to it. He finishes. She lies about finishing. And he cannot get it off of his mind. And he's like, I need to see her again. Like, I need to sort this out. I need to sort it out.
He's like, this is not acceptable. But in my opinion, I'll just say this. It's not acceptable.
I've got it here.
Go on.
Because I've been thinking non-stop about how I didn't make you last time. And how badly I want to change that. Come on now. He says, I love going down on a girl. Was it filthy? No. Was it enjoyable?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
She's been talking to her friend about how to get, like,
get the man going,
Yeah, like, make the man have a good time, how to get a bit more experimental. Her friend says, you know, you gotta go up the other way.
And does she?
Oh, she does.
And he enjoyed it.
He had the best time.
And I had the best time reading about it, to be honest. I was like, go on, Grace.
It was like making me laugh.
Yeah,
like,
100%.
So like thinking about the spice levels here. Yeah, it's spicy, but it was funny.
It was comedic the way it was done.
Yeah.
But I loved it. At the start, when they were like sort of seeing each other, sort of not, there was always like that bit of tension.
Yeah.
Because no one really knew what was going on.
Yeah, yeah.
And I just love tension in like a spicy.
Oh, it needs to be there.
It needs to be built up.
Because the moment it snaps, you're like,
oh! Yeah. Yep.
Okay, quick fire dislikes.
I put the way he handled himself with Grace at the start, brackets, miscommunication.
Okay, that
But
works.
again, massive part of the plot, I just can't fucking stand miscommunication.
Lack of description. Which I have talked about before, just quickly, it's like, sometimes I was finding it hard to picture the setting or the person, because I feel like there wasn't that much description in the writing.
Yeah, favourite quote. So mine is a two-parter, because I feel like this shows the characters and what we've been saying.
Yeah.
So on page 86, Grace says, it was around that time when I decided I wanted to be a therapist. I realised I had a talent for reading people and listening to them without passing judgment.
Nice.
I thought that was beautiful.
Yeah.
I was like, what a lovely way to look at things. And then on page 261, after he talks about his family issues, she says, and just in case my reaction to your idiocy didn't make it clear where I stand with you and us, then let me spell it out for you. I love you, you stupid jackass. So she's told him at the start of the book how well she can understand people's problems.
Yeah.
And she's pulled that right back in his face in that love confession. And I loved it.
So my first quote of the book, I've got two, is leaving a girl wanting isn't just embarrassing, it's unacceptable. Because I'd like to say, here, it's true. I think this just relates to something I would say, so that's why I really like to see it in the book. And it says, well, this has been fun, but I think I'll go upstairs and kill myself now.
I highlighted that, and I was like, that is one of the funniest things I've ever read.
That's so me.
I literally read that, and I thought in my head, I'm going to use that. I'm going to use that in my day-to-day life. That is hilarious.
Okay, well, I'll go and kill myself.
Yeah.
As if I don't say that every 10 seconds. I think overall we really enjoyed the second book. Like,
100%.
a lot more than the first, and not even for like any particular reason other than we was more into the universe, into the books.
Into the characters.
Knowing the characters more,
Yeah.
so I think we had a lot of fun reading this one.
100%.
Which double, triple, quadrupled into the score because we're so into the characters, especially Dean, that the whole book was just an effing slay.
Yeah. In the score we've got Dean. So it's Playboy versus a like religiously in a relationship person.
Oh yeah, she's a relationship girly for sure.
And it plays out perfectly.
It does.
Like the differences of them two as people and how that works together. So good. In real life, like a Playboy, I'm like, please.
You are scum of the earth.
Yeah, but in a book, I'm like, please. He's slut shaming in this book.
Oh, he may be a playboy, but by God does he stand for a woman's right.
Yeah.
A woman's right to sleep around.
Yes.
With him specifically.
Ali is such she like puts such negative ideas on herself because she's been this like
relationship
person. that when they first sleep together, she's like literally like internally slut shaming herself.
Yeah.
And he's like, we're not doing that. I'm not doing that. You're not doing that. We're not allowed to do that.
It's not even for an ulterior motive. It's not like he's doing that to like sweeten her up and get her to sleep with him. It's genuinely to make her feel better about herself.
Because
like
that's exactly how he feels on the situation.
Of course.
The personal growth
Is huge.
in this book, incredibly big for like both the characters.
Basically, they both have their future scaped out for them already. Like,
Yeah.
Ali's a bit more looser, but she knows like it needs to be in LA, and he's very much like, oh, hockey is not everything. I'm gonna have to be a lawyer because all my family were. Like, they both have it played out, and as you can imagine, not everything goes to plan.
It's not in a Garrett sense in book one where he's like, this has been paved out for me, like I have to meet these expectations. It is very much like, I'm going to be a lawyer and that's okay.
Yeah, like he's just getting on with it because he has to.
Yeah, and it's not a problem, but by being together, in the end, they sort, and then being apart as well, they actually just realise who they are as people and what they like.
Yeah,
and it's
definitely.
done really well. It's like grief and healing in this book because Beau... Spoiler! Beau, Dean's like best friend, like dies in a car crash, and I mean, I think it was really well done. The whole grief and healing journey at like that sort of age, what, they're 23?
Yeah.
Like losing someone that's 23 as well and dealing
It's
with
tragic.
that. It's horrible, but it was really well done.
The way my jaw dropped. I'm at work, I'm on my lunch, I'm like, oh, I'll just do a bit of light reading to cheer myself up. Oh, Beau's dead. I'm like, oh, because I thought this was my happy-go-lucky cutesy series where everyone was just in love and having fun, and I was not expecting a death at all in the slightest.
No, it like genuinely broke my heart, but at the same time I completely get it for Dean's.
He needed to go through something, because like
100%.
It's very much said in the book, you know, he's never really struggled in his life. He knows that too. Like, he's never had a hard day's work, let's say.
So he doesn't know what to do with
when
that.
this happens, and he has to navigate it, unfortunately.
In the end, like both of them very much pick what makes them happy. They don't pick what should be the choice. I think that's really nice to read about when they're sort of a similar age towards and you.
Yeah. In this book is a healthy amount of low-key, you know, that spiral that you have in your 20s when you're like, wait, what the hell am I doing? It makes it more known why they make the decisions that they do, I suppose. So I enjoyed the amount. Yeah, it was a 100%. Good little sprinkle of existential crisis in there.
Yeah. Let's talk about our main characters.
Okay, let's talk about Ali. So we meet Ali in the first book. She's Hannah's best friend. We see a lot of her. She has an on and off boyfriend. She's broken up with him and she doesn't know what she's going to do, but she knows she has to do it.
In the first book in Hannah and Garrett's book, they are very much like Ali's like this bigger than life, like sort of out there character.
Yeah.
But when you're in her point of view in this third book, the impression I got of her was like, this is a very well-rounded person.
Yeah, definitely.
She understands what she wants.
Yeah.
And what's good for her. But again, she's navigating that in your 20s of like, I think what everyone goes through is like, is that the right decision?
Yeah.
How do I do that?
I think what helps her be more well-rounded too is the fact that her mum's not here. Like, you know, like yourself, if you've lost somebody, you learn lessons more, and so that again makes a polar opposite to Dean in the sense that Dean's had everything he's ever wanted all of his life. He's got money, he's got a place in the Bahamas or whatnot, I don't know where it is. Yeah. He can have what he wants at a click of the fingers. She has lost somebody really tragically. Her dad, who's her only parent left, and he's not well either. Yeah. So she's really mature in that sense, and she has a lot of worries and tension on her, and I think when she's with Dean the playboy, that it lessens. Like they really bounce off each other.
They balance each other out. Like my first impression of Dean was Mr. GQ.
Obviously.
Thank you. But in this book it was he's having a threesome. The way he is with it is just like, this is who I am. Yeah. This is what I do.
It's like, okay, this is happening. Woohoo! I'd love to be a man with money, not a care in the world, and no sense of like faltering.
He just matures in this book like, he sticks with the life of Dean and his happiness and his confidence, but he also is able to be, like, in a relationship and mature and find a career that he wants to do.
We saw so much more of that when he's forced to teach some young children. He's forced to, like, help with them and their ice hockey, and he's kind of at first, like, not bothered. Like, he's like, I can't really have to do this.
Yeah.
He goes and it literally changes him as a person. It changes his life because he changed his career in the end.
Loves
like,
it so much.
He realises, like, that is his purpose, his calling, and I think, again, you think, it's very said in the book that everyone thinks he's shallow and thinks he's not got a brain cell.
But it's like not the case.
No, and he makes such a difference on the kids' lives that makes you love him more. You know yourself when you fancy someone and then you see them hold a baby and your ovaries are like, reading that, I was just like, oh,
what a man.
What a man.
I feel like we must talk about Sean.
Oh,
unfortunately.
That guy.
I won't stay long for this. What I will say is, horrible character, but I think he needed to be for Ali to move on.
He also creates the best moment in the book, like, hands down, boots down, everything down on the effing table. When he comes in, he's drunk and he's screaming at Ali. He's calling her everything that she already thinks she is.
The slut shaming.
The slut shaming is prevalent. She's so upset about it. Garrett does come in.
Oh, Garrett was moving mad, by the way, in this chapter. I highlighted so many Garrett things because I was like, yes!
He was being so funny, but so, like, protective.
He was like, if you don't step back from her, I'm going to punch you in the face right here, right now. I was like, yes.
It's gorgeous, but then we get to the best part. Bear in mind, the whole Ali and Dean thing has been a secret to all of their friends.
Yeah.
Sean leaves because Garrett kicks him out, and then Ali turns to Hannah and Garrett and she says, Dean, I need Dean! Get me Dean! And Hannah and Garrett are like, our Dean? Like, your friend Dean? Like, what the hell? Because they have no idea. And she's just like, I need him. And I literally was shot up in my seat. I'm like, yes!
Best part of the book.
Oh, it was amazing. And do you know what? Does he deliver? He comes storming through the door, no question asked, and says, where is she?
So, you know what? Fuck you, Sean. But also, thank you, Sean. This, out of all the 3 books, the flirting, the tension,
just everything about it was literally... No, it's like,
no, seriously,
end the podcast, that's all we have to say, we loved it.
Whenever they were at that bar, the tension was seriously, like, off the charts.
There was always something going on with them at the bar,
like, so we've got the first time at the bar, he's, like, sexting her under the table, surrounded by their friends, and then she, like, sticks You in Your Hand by Pink on, and she's dancing and he's watching her, and it's hilarious and so it's incredible from her, but the tension while he's like watching her.
And I will say, unlike the description I feel like in those scenes was good, because I could see that it was like Justine, everyone else blurred out, and just watching her like, what the hell's going on, and she's just like, It was written really well though.
And then sticking to the bar.
Oh.
And you know, we won't say too much.
Not yet.
Because we've bought. There's another time at the bar and Ali rocks up and she's jealous because she thinks that he's chatting to another woman.
She's dressed to the nines.
Not together, but she's like, why am I jealous? I don't know, but I'm jealous. She rocks up there, he's clocked what she's doing, and then the tension the whole time, and then when they go outside,
the tension is relieved, let's say,
but it's the afterwards.
Yeah.
And he goes, we're not done, and she goes, I know. I'd say there's 2 really romantic moments in the book, like really romantic. I'd say the first one is obviously when he walks in after the Sean situation, and then he's like, I can't be without you, so we're together, and she's like, yeah. But I'd say the biggest like romantic moment between them is towards the end of the book. Obviously, Beau passes. She tries to be there for him. She can't deal with the way he's being. Like he skips out on her final performance on opening night.
He takes drugs.
He's taking drugs. He gets kicked off the team.
Yeah.
He's not shown up to teach the kids. Like he's off the rails. And she's like, she literally says that my mum died of cancer. Like you're not the only one that suffered. I can't do this. And they have their break, and this is the perfect moment when you see him come into his own, her come into her own. She's like, I know I'm alright without a relationship.
Yeah.
But I want to be in it with him.
Yeah.
And then just they like get back together, and they're just the way they are with each other.
It's so nice.
I was just sat there like heart eyes, giggling and kicking my feet. Like, if you know, you know. It needs no explanation. But salsa dancing,
perfect. Perfection.
Thank you. So I think it's time to
tuck in and turn on. I've got the old girl out for this because I can't tell you how much I highlighted in this book. Like, it's hilarious. All I'll say is the spice levels. What we rating it?
Chili rating 3.5.
3.5
for this series.
For the series, out of all three, when I tell you, from chapter 3 they've got it on and they just keep getting it on. I fear with boys that sleep around, this is generalisation, they're very much get in, get the job done and get out.
Oh yeah,
the fact that he
enjoys it.
He has his quirks and whatnot, makes it better to read, I think. If it
like,
just
he's
boring,
not sleeping around to sleep around for his pleasure, he just enjoys it.
Imagine my shock in chapter 3 when in chapter 3 when Grace says, oh my god! You know what?
Go on.
In chapter 3 when Ali says, because I tied him to the bed last night, sweet mother of Moses, I was like, it's chapter 3, where is this going? She's wild. And he matches her freak.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah.
100%.
Agreed.
Like, obviously we said before about the bar.
Oh yes, let's get into it.
But we're at the bar.
We are at the bar. She wants revenge because she thinks someone's getting onto him, right? She's like, I'm done with you. I'm done because you're a playboy and I'm not. And he says, I don't think so.
So he follows her right outside this bar. Let me just check my notes. And he's like essentially saying like, we're doing this right here, right now.
Yeah.
And she's like, no we're not. And he's basically saying like, I bet if I check, you're ready for this, you're ready for me.
It's a slip and slide.
And he checks and then he goes, yeah, that's what I thought.
The next page proceeds to say, it's me.
You want
me.
I've got that highlighted.
He pushes one finger somewhere you can imagine. As long as this, actually I can't say that. As long as it's still a slip and slide,
we're not fucking
done.
And then she is like, oh god, we're outside of the bar, you know, they're at the back, they're near the bins, and she's like, people are going to see, and he says, good, let them see what a bad girl you are.
Damn, so basically it's obviously said in this book multiple times, Dean has a bit of a thing for wanting to get caught and wanting to be seen.
He wants to be found, he wants to be seen.
Which is why he doesn't do it in his bedroom.
And he wants to be watched.
Yeah, he's into that. So any place he can get that's not his room, he's into it.
But this is where Ali matches his freak, right?
Oh, 100%.
Because she says, internally, while they're outside the bar, the added element of danger, the risk of someone catching us, has turned my body into a live wire, just waiting for one spark to ignite it. When I tell you, they have a quickie.
Oh, it's quick.
Because they've just
got to get in there.
That bad.
Yeah.
But the tension that built up to that, sum it out.
There's a scenario where, you know, they've been on a night out, they've been clubbing, they've been grinding up on each other.
They went out with Beau and his sister.
And they go back and they stay at his 3-story penthouse. Basically,
Bowie's asleep on the couch.
On the couch, they're on the other one. He decides to get very handsy with her.
Mm-hmm.
And she's thinking, fuck, like I hope Bo's asleep, but kind of like it. Once they're finished, once she has finished, Bo says, and now I'm hard as a rock, so I'm just going to go ahead and ask, any chance of a threesome? And it was just hilarious to me. Like,
This is why we love Bo.
I was actually laughing so much because I was just like, in your mind you should be like cringed out so bad that you just did that and someone was literally in the room awake hearing it all, but it just made it funny.
He begs her.
Yeah.
Begs her, saying, I've been a good boy.
He says, please, I've been such a good boy. I've waited a whole week for this. Don't I deserve a reward for my patience? And obviously when I'm saying this out loud in my northern accent as a girl, it just doesn't hit the same. But when you're reading it and you're in there with him and you can imagine the way he's saying it, I was trying to explain it to Mr. Hannah Hall, and he was just like, I would never do that. And I'm like, no, I wouldn't want you to. But in that book, just the way he said that,
he said it and I was clawing up the walls.
Yes, literally. We have to talk about the bath scene.
It starts as a romantic gesture.
Oh, let's both have a bath together.
Ali pulls out her friend Winston. So
he's pink. Some men, I don't know why, can be a little insecure
about that,
around that topic of toys. He's not. He's like, great.
He's always like, bring Winston
Bring
along.
Winston
We want
in.
Winston.
But
again, with the humour, they're in the bath with Winston, and then Paul Logan walks in, and Ali's gone and hidden behind the door, and Logan just sees Dean in the bath with a massive pink dildo.
And he gets rinsed for it so much. And
it's so good.
Funniest bit of the book, literally funniest bit of the book.
Hilarious.
My favourite, to be honest. Dean refers to his thing as Little Dean, and he's literally a separate entity. He's involved in all conversations ever. He's like Little Dean. Oh no, that was it. The funniest bit when Ali is like, I don't want you, I want Little Dean.
Dean De Laurentiis and everybody.
Overall, there was a lot of it. It was all good. It was all fun. It was all risky. And I think that was just added excitement. You were never going to get calm with Dean anyway. No. Not many dislikes.
Not a lot to hate. Mine is literally so short and sweet. My first one is Sean.
Okay.
Full stop.
That's a heavy dislike. Bo dying. I know it had to happen. It was the whole storyline. But you know, like a cutesy, happy-go-lucky, and when that happened, I was distraught.
Yeah. Coach O'Shea.
Oh.
Full stop.
Favourite quotes?
Oh, absolutely.
It was really hard for us. We only had one. Well, we let ourselves have two of the other, but we were meant to have one, and we've really struggled because we loved the book so much.
I've got two and an honourable mention.
Alright, okay. You go first then.
My first one, page 257, I've got, where is she? I muscle my way past Garrett before he can even fully open the door.
Please.
We've talked about this.
Where is she is just amazing.
Page 118, I like the idea of getting caught, and once I get caught, I like being watched.
Crazy behaviour.
And then honourable mention, page 155, I've been such a good boy.
All good. Okay, my quotes. First one's very light-hearted, but it was a moment that really made me laugh. Is so random. It's Dean says, "Good night, Bo." Dean says obediently. So basically, it was after the Bo threesome incident, and
you got it.
And Ali's like, "Come on, Dean, we're going to bed. Say goodnight to Bo," and he's like, "Good night, Bo." And I just, the way I pictured it was amazing.
Yeah, 100%.
And then, do you know what? On the romance factor, this line really stuck with me. He says, "Haven't thought about anything else since Ali bulldozed her way into my bed that first night."
I nearly picked that one. When I was looking through my highlights, I nearly picked that one.
It's literally perfect.
Yeah.
Bulldozed her way into my bed, crashed into the mind. Never thought of anything else
100%.
since. All-rounder, perfect. To end off the poddy seed, we're going to do a little bit of a game on our watchboard.
Oh, mine's upside down, hang on.
we're gonna do who's most likely to with the characters. Okay, most likely to become a politician.
Oh.
Ready?
Yeah.
3, 2, 1. Hannah.
I said Tucker because he's very secretive.
I said Hannah because she's always like screaming at someone.
Oh,
she's
yeah.
always angry
She
at someone.
whips them into
She has
shape.
the passion to pull through.
Yeah, no, you're so right.
Who's most likely to get away with murder? Three, 2, 1.
I said Dean.
Listen, he has the looks and the money.
A lot of money, looks, and he can talk his way out of it.
Oh,
yeah.
and all of his family are lawyers.
Oh, yeah. He was just like, looks, money.
They have the resources, actually.
Oh, 100%.
Who's most likely to not use protection?
Oh. Well. Okay.
Ready?
3,
2, 1.
Tucker. But I put maybe Dean because if I remember rightly, at the end of the 3rd book, Ali said that they hadn't been using protection because they'd only been sleeping together.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
So,
okay.
I mean, listen, we haven't read Tucker's book yet,
No.
but we read the end of the 3rd book. So,
And I was shook, if I'm honest.
Me too.
Who's most likely to give their kid an unusual name?
Ooh.
Ready?
Yeah.
3, 2, 1.
Yeah.
Ali and Dean.
Dean and Ali, because he's got some whack middle names.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, I just think they're the most like erratic couple.
Yeah,
so like they're
100%.
obviously gonna do something.
And she's like in like acting and stuff, and I feel like
yeah. If she makes it big in the
They'll
acting scene, they're all weird anyway.
Yeah.
Who's most likely to wake up in a prison cell?
Oh.
I'm going rogue, I think, but I don't know.
Okay.
3, 2, 1.
I
Logan.
said Garrett or Logan. Garrett because he did punch.
He did have a fight.
He did have a fight, and he's very protective, and he threatens to punch a lot of people.
He does.
But whenever anybody wants the big guns,
They bring in Logan.
they bring in Logan.
And I just think, yeah, it's that like dark horse energy almost. Like
He's rough around the edges
he
too.
is. Like he helped Ramona
Yeah.
in that scenario with
Yeah.
the other team, and I just think if it wasn't a happy-go-lucky book, he'd have gone back and like smashed the houses up or smashed the faces in.
Yeah.
So I feel like that was pretty much it.
Right. And that commences episode 1 of Between the Covers.
I had a blast.
I did. Thank you for watching.
Thanks so much.
Like and subscribe, and we will see you for episode 2.
Which should be in a week's time.
We did it!
We did it!